So one of our subscribers requested us to do a video on how to plan a renovation and also give renovation tips. So this one is for you. Before you even start your renovation, we would recommend to live in your house for a year or so.
This is just to get used to basically living in the property and see what doors you use in the house, what doors you don't use frequently. For example, if you want to do an open plan and there's a door here that you closed when it was noisy in the front room, then you might want to think about not doing an open plan. Here's an example of a property advert that has a floor plan, and you normally find it here on Zoopla, so you'd find a link here just below the picture, and this will just show you basically the measurements of the room, here's the full length of the house, then the width of the rooms, where the walls are. It sort of tells you if the walls are structural, so if you got one wall on the ground floor that's just underneath this bedroom, then you know it might just be a structural wall. So it'll kind of help you evaluate what you want to do with the property before you even purchased it. If you don't have measurements on the floor plan itself, which is a bit annoying, you can literally go back. Sometimes they have it in the description. So if they have the description, sometimes they'll have the room sizes here. In this case, they didn't need it because it was in the floor plan. Another example would be if you use a side entrance to take out bins in the morning, and you don't like to take the bin through your house, for example, then you wouldn't want to extend on the side entrance to your house.
So another key point is to always measure up.
I've actually got a video for this, so I can show you exactly what I mean.
1.77 is up. I mean, 1.77.
You're going to change it.
Yeah, 51.5, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you could get it.
Before you do a renovation, find out if you need building control consent. That could be taking out a structural wall, or maybe changing the drainage to add a new toilet.
Yeah, so there was a few friends of mine that didn't get building control consent, and that will impact you further. And that will impact you further down the line when you come to sell the house.
So for example, if you've taken out chimney breast and it's all structural, they need to inspect if it was done properly because it's for your own safety. Also, if you go to remortgage the house, sell the property, these things might be asked, and if you don't have it in place, you might struggle to sell, or you'll have to devalue your property.
Another tip is you should know your limits. Don't take on too much work. Here is a video of us doing a plasterboard, which took us quite a long time.
This is going to print that length.
Can't hold this and that at the same time.
Oh!
I don't know what you...
Oh! Oh!
Always outline your plan so you know where you're heading and that you're all in the same direction.
Another example of this would be to speak to your builder, if you have a builder. If you want him to plaster one room and maybe not the ceiling, make that very clear, because he might just come along and actually plaster the ceiling, for example, and say, look, this is how I'm going to charge, I didn't see it in this condition. Basically be on the same page.
Also,
really.
Make sure you document everything that you do. Take loads of photos. So if there's any pipes in the wall, take photos of that before it gets all boarded up, because at the end of the day, once it's boarded up, it's gone.
Okay, we're going to put a little quick example of that right here.
The more I move, yes, I am. What am I? Firstly, getting into it every week.
That's it.
As well as that, also record everything in terms of costings and expenditure.
And always keep your receipts handy, because you never know, you might need to return something. And even if it's gone over the days, most retailers actually accept things if it's like 30, 40 days over even. And we've had situations where we return things even 6 months after. One other thing would be, if you found a really good merchant that's close by to you, probably save the location of that place or save it on Google Maps so you know then to go to that place next time. Believe me, when you actually done the renovation, you kind of forget everything after, right?
Yeah.
And you wish you'd taken photos and evidence of where those pipes were in the wall, where the wires were, and it could be anything.
Take into account also the deliveries that you get. Make sure there's space, obviously, to store them if you're not going to work on it straight away. So in the long run, it's easier for you to take out what you need in the delivery as well.
Yeah, so there was one time that we had a delivery and we got literally, I think about 12 insulation boards for this ceiling here. And a lot more other stuff. I think we have a video clip. We have a video clip of that, don't we?
Yeah, which we can show you guys.
Two buses are blocking each other. Is it all there?
I think so. Right.
So yeah, as you saw in that video, we had a lot of stuff and we kind of shoved it all in our room over here, but we had allocated that space beforehand. So if we didn't, let's put it this way, all that stuff could have been left outside and it could have been stolen.
Also, set up a cleaning routine. There's going to be a lot of dust.
Yeah, trust me, a lot of dust.
Obviously, everyone needs to eat, especially this fatty.
Yeah.
So if the kitchen's not in use, think of ideas, get a takeaway, or prepare for meals in your microwave, which is what we've done quite a bit.
Yeah, but though I disagree with one of the points you said, getting a takeaway is great, it saves time, but if you keep on doing it, you won't realise how much you're actually spending until after you finish your renovation. And I've done that in a few renovations before, and it actually eaten into a profit to some extent. So yeah, just a kind of meal prep before, you know, the renovation starting, or do it on a day where the builder's not working. So for example, Sunday we prepared our meals, and we made sure that it's something that can be warmed up in a microwave or can be cooked in a microwave quite easily.
A very important point is to gather loads of quotes for the jobs that you need done.
The reason for gathering loads of quotes is to get comparable. So if you got one quote that's £100, £200, £300, you can compare. And when you get your quotes, ask them exactly what they're going to do in detail. Most tradesmen don't even like when you ask them that, because you can always go back to it and then be quite clear.
And also another very important point is never pay the builder before they've done the actual job. I've come across a few people that have already paid the builder and they've just done a runner.
Yeah, I think what we did for most of our builders, we either paid them completely at the end, or let's suppose it's a 1 week job, we would pay them halfway into that 1 week, and then they'll pay the final payment at the end. So those are the main tips we have for you and things to prepare for before you do renovation. If you feel there's any questions that we haven't answered, then please use the comment section below. And we would appreciate if you like and subscribe to the channel as well.
And also, if you've already subscribed to our channel, we want to thank you.
Yeah, because I think recently we just went over 100. We've gone, well, comfortably over 100. And yeah, I just want to say thank you.